Solid way to start the day off right there. Hey, this is Luke with Salt Strong out on a Nearshore Reef right as the sun is coming up. I have the Power Prawn USA. We're gonna go bounce the reef a little bit. I even have some live crabs in case we see some permit. I only have like an hour and a half to fish, so we're gonna get after it. Hopefully we catch some good ones. So here's a look at how I was fishing this reef. So the trolling motor is in the shop, and so I didn't have a trolling motor, so I was just drifting. And this video is really proof that you don't have to have a bunch of fancy equipment to go out and catch some good fish. I was on a public reef that is on pretty much every single map and every single GPS unit. I had no live bait, no cut bait, just using the Power Prawn USA rigged on the Hoss Weedless Football Jig. The magic was really just bouncing it, rigging it weedless, and then bouncing it along the bottom right through the structure. This is shocking how effective this has been. This is the first of several trips I've had recently, all of which have been awesome. Coming up soon, I had to go back to the depth finders to make sure that I was in the right area, and that's when the first strike happened. Ooh, there we are. There's a good fish. Nice. This might be cobia. Nice. I was just bouncing bottom. Glad I came out. Just had a short trip this morning. Decided to bounce a power prawn on the reef. No trolling motor, just drifting. I've got a solid fish on. Oh, nice snook. Nice snook. I was not expecting that. Solid way to start the day off right there. So I just released that snook. What a great catch. It just slammed this power prawn. This thing is ready to go. Let's see if we can get another one. All right, so go ahead and hold because my GoPro was having some issues. So as I was using the power prawn, I snagged a pilchard, and so I put that on a free line behind the boat, just dragging it. And it was at this point that I saw that rod keel over. Oh, fish on, fish on. Let's see if it's still on. Might be coming at us. Or it could have broke me off. Oh, yep, something's on. Nice. Let's see what we got here. Oh, cobia. Nice. Oh, that was awesome. I've never seen a cobia jump before. Solid cobia too. Heck yeah. Always good to have a bait soaking behind the boat. You never know what's gonna come get it. I snagged a pilchard with the power prawn. Put it out, now we got a cobia. All right, so now you're gonna witness the difficulties on trying to net a cobia with a net that's too small with one hand. Ooh. It's a borderline keeper, so I'm gonna net him. Whoa, did not like that. Ooh. Nice. Oh. Nice. There we are. Oh my gosh. How many times am I gonna net this guy? All right. There we are. That's a solid cobia there. Somehow I landed it. That was painful, but it sure was a fun catch. All right, that cobia was just barely too short. It was an inch too short for the new regulations, which are 36 inches here in Florida. So I had to let that go. Reset up, got a bait fish over here, crab over here, power prawn in the hand. Let's see what else we can catch. Unfortunately, that was the last good fish of the day. I caught some like little small lizard fish and small red grouper. But I just want to talk about the core lessons learned. And number one is just the fact that nearshore reef fishing can be excellent and you do not have to have live bait or even cut bait. Most of my action was with the Power Prawn. This is the Power Prawn USA, rigged on a 3/4 ounce Hoss Weedless Football. I've hit up several other reefs since this video was filmed, and it has been awesome, and this lure has just consistently performed. I've been using the natural color. We just got the shrimp truce back in stock, and so I've been using basically both of those, and they both have been working great. The biggest lesson that I learned is that you really don't have to have a trolling motor. I was really bummed out, didn't have the trolling motor, so I was okay, I might as well just try drifting a reef. Really not expecting to have a lot of good action, and that drift was actually the ticket. And several trips later, the drifting was actually better than the trolling motor. So if you don't have a trolling motor, don't worry, because this type of fishing can certainly happen for you as well. So let me talk about the key to this before I talk about the equipment. A lot of people ask about equipment, so I'll do that at the end. The key to this fishing has been smart spots. We now have a reef layer #1, so you can find all the public reefs near you by simply going into the map, into the layer section, and you'll see a tab for artificial reefs. Select that, and then all the reefs will show up in red. Really, really handy. And then once you're there, you just go to the shaded relief, and most of the reefs have the high-res imagery for the reef. And so the amazing thing with this high-res imagery is I can actually, I hit that little button, the little triangle button, and it'll show exactly where on the map I am, and I can see exactly where I am in relation to all the structure. That has been the biggest game changer I've ever had. So as I was drifting, I was just watching my little dot move, and so I knew what angle to cast at. I knew if I should go at 11 o'clock, 2 o'clock, whatever, or straight ahead. Total game changer. So I just switched my phone to not lock down for 5 minutes, and I'll literally just have this on the boat and just look at it and know exactly which angle to cast. That has been a total game changer. So my more recent trips have been a lot more active simply from using this imagery right here. And if you've never used this before, I'll put a link down below in the tutorial. It is a total game changer for nearshore reef fishing. So now for equipment, most importantly, I was using a rod rated for 10 to 20 pound line. This is a medium heavy rod. This is actually a prototype that we're working on. For this type of fishing, it seems like the 10 to 20 pound rods are the ideal, where you can have the sensitivity to feel the difference on bumping up against the structure and the thump of a snook or even a snapper, while also having the power to handle some of the bigger fish that are out there. So 10 to 20 pound rod. As far as the line, I'm using 20 pound J-braid 8 gram. This is a really strong line that is also thin and sensitive. Using braid for this type of fishing is crucial. You need to have that thin, sensitive line, so make sure to use braid. 20 pound is good. You can also go to 30. As far as leader, I was using 30 pound mono. That mono is a little bit risky for snook like that. I was expecting cobia, not a snook. So lately I've been actually upgrading. I've been putting a 40 pound bite tippet on the end to make sure that I'm ready for the snook. And then as far as reels, the 3000 BGMQ. This setup has just been by far my favorite. This thing has been awesome. It's a 7.6 rod. I forgot to mention that earlier. So 7.6 rod, 10 to 20 pound rating, and then with the 20 pound braid, and this BGMQ is just rock solid. Even with those bigger fish, it handles them surprisingly well. So that's it for the video. Any questions at all, leave a comment down below. Thanks so much for your time and watching. We hope to see you again soon.